We do think it's important that we say something about Stephen Collins.
The cast of Seventh Heaven speaking out on their former TV dad.
So what is best for everybody is to ship me off to Siberia to live with old people?
You must be very brave. Still.
She's 14, they're all 14. Get lost.
My friend Rachel and I, we did a lot of stupid things.
You're no different than they are.
Oh, yes, I am. I'm the one who's not gonna take it. Mary's pregnant.
It was totally exposed in a way that I didn't expect it to be. And it wasn't an on-purpose thing at all. It was, like I said, I'm 17, I'm a woman now. Sure, I can wear that bikini in this shoot, no problem. And, those kinds of things when you're young just sort of, they rolls out in a way that you do not expect.
My reaction was basically of all the thousands of kids, each year that are victims of any sort of abuse. So that's where all of my sort of thoughts went.
Seventh Heaven star Lorenzo Brino has died at the age of 21. Last Monday, the child actor lost control of his Toyota Camry and struck a pole while driving in California's San Bernardino County. Lorenzo was pronounced dead at the scene.
All forms of abuse, sexual abuse of any kind, it's inexcusable. And victims of abuse need to be shown compassion, and they should be given support.
We do not excuse or condone his behavior.
Did the squeaky clean cast of Seventh Heaven really lead such virtuous lives off screen? Or were there skeletons hiding in their closets all along?
All right, I'll get straight to the point. I found marijuana in the house. And while I never thought of myself as the type of father who'd have to drug test his kids, I'm willing to do just that if that's what it takes to find out who brought a joint into this house.
For 11 seasons, Seventh Heaven portrayed the wholesome Camden family, led by minister Father Eric and his devoted wife Annie, as they raised their 7 children with strong moral values. The show was a beacon of family-friendly programming in the late 90s and early 2000s. But behind the scenes, the cast was dealing with scandals, controversies, and personal struggles that were anything but heavenly. Let's pull back the curtain on some of the darkest secrets and juiciest gossip surrounding the stars of this beloved series. In a twist that left fans reeling, Stephen Collins, who played the virtuous Reverend Eric Camden, admitted to sexually abusing underage girls. The scandal broke in 2014 when TMZ released a secretly recorded therapy session in which Collins confessed to inappropriate sexual conduct with 3 minors between 1973 and 1994.
I told you before, there was one instance where there was one moment of touching.
Right.
It happened
with a 10-year-old. Okay.
Well, she was 11 and then like 12 and 13.
Collins initially tried to deny the allegations, but eventually released a statement confirming the abuse.
I didn't choose this to come out. I want to have to deal with these things publicly. I had dealt with them very, very strongly and committedly in my private life. I'm a human being with flaws.
The fallout was swift and severe. Collins was fired from the upcoming Ted 2 movie and essentially blacklisted from Hollywood. Reruns of the Seventh Heaven show were pulled from syndication. His 27-year marriage to actress Faye Grant ended in a messy divorce.
Do you each solemnly state that the testimony you may give in the cause of beginning before this court should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Okay, Mr. Collins, you've been handed a stipulation regarding a waiver. Did you have an opportunity to review it and read it?
Yes.
You signed it. Did you understand it when you read it?
I believe so, yes.
And you agreed to be bound by it, is that right?
Yes.
Did you have any questions that you'd like to ask Mr. Kaplan about?
No.
How could a man who played such a moral, upstanding father figure on TV commit such heinous acts in real life? The shocking contradiction left fans feeling betrayed and questioning everything they thought they knew about the show.
Allegations against Stephen Collins came out. I know that we were shocked to hear this. I want to know what your reaction was after working with him for so many years.
My reaction was basically of all the thousands of kids, each year that are victims of any sort of abuse.
The revelations about Collins cast a dark shadow over Seventh Heaven and forever tainted fans' memories of the beloved Reverend Camden character. While Collins' crimes were by far the most egregious, he wasn't the only cast member to stir up controversy. A teenage Jessica Biel, who played eldest daughter Mary.
When we were playing basketball last night, Simon tried to block me, and I fell on him, and he called me Big Butt.
Shocked producers when she posed topless for Gear magazine in 2000. The provocative photo shoot featured Biel wearing only underwear, with the headline, Fallen Angel, in clear reference to her Seventh Heaven role. This was a far cry from Biel's wholesome image on Seventh Heaven. At just 17 years old, she appeared scantily clad on the magazine's cover, with the tagline Fallen Angel. Inside were even more risque shots of the young actress. The photos caused an uproar, especially given Biel's young age and the family-friendly nature of the show. In a 2021 interview, Biel reflected on the controversy, saying,
It was a photo shoot that I did when I don't even remember, I was like 17 or something. And it was totally exposed in a way that I didn't expect it to be. And it wasn't an on-purpose thing at all. It was, like I said, I'm 17, I'm a woman now. Sure, I can wear that bikini in this shoot, no problem. And those kinds of things when you're young just sort of, they rolls out in a way that you do not expect. But it wasn't at all to get out.
But it kind of did announce your arrival in terms of Hollywood. I think every producer wanted to have a meeting with you immediately.
Well,
that all happened.
That's not very true either. I didn't have meetings with every producer. I was like hiding in my house, terrified and mortified, embarrassed and ashamed, and my poor parents were like, what the hell is that?
Beyond the photo shoot scandal, Biel admitted to frequently butting heads with the producers over her appearance and behavior. She dyed her hair and got piercings against their wishes. For her 18th birthday, friends sent strippers to the set, a stunt that didn't go over well with the conservative production. Despite the tension, Biel remained on the show until 2006, departing in the 10th season to pursue a film career. She has since become a successful actress and producer, starring in projects like The Sinner,
I think there's something wrong with me.
and Candy.
It has caused me to lose everything that is important to me.
Biel is now married to Justin Timberlake and has 2 children.
Well, I'll have to give Justin the credit in this moment for this one thing that he always says to me is, we might be married, but we have to keep dating. And it's so true, you just have to keep making time for each other, and you have to keep making each other a priority and do the things that you love together. It's not always easy, as we all know, but those touch point moments, I think, kind of make all the hard times, palatable, I guess.
While her good girl gone bad phase caused headaches for Seventh Heaven producers, it ultimately helped Biel transition from child star to respected adult actress. Her net worth is estimated at $250 million. In a case of life imitating art, McKenzie Rossman seemed to follow in her on-screen big sister's footsteps when racy photos of her were leaked online in 2008. Rossman, who played youngest daughter Ruthie,
I know how happy you are to be included, but can't this wait? Me and Ruthie got a surprise for you guys.
was just 18 when private pictures showing her in lingerie and kissing another girl surfaced on the internet. Unlike Biel's planned photo shoot, Rossman's pictures were never meant for public consumption. The leak was a major embarrassment for the young actress who had grown up on Seventh Heaven, playing the precocious Ruthie.
Ruthie Camden like you have never seen her before. I'm Kristen Aldridge, and we've got the details on your OMG Insider Update. It feels like it was just yesterday that we were watching little Ruthie Camden on the hit series Seventh Heaven, but now McKenzie Rossman is showing us that she is not a little girl anymore. The brunette beauty is bearing it all, almost in a pictorial for the September issue of Maxim magazine. Posing in sexy lingerie, the 23-year-old is well aware of the controversy that this shoot could cause, similar to what her Seventh Heaven co-star Jessica Biel experienced after posing topless in Gear magazine's March 2000 issue at just 18.
Fortunately for Rossman, the show had already ended by the time the photos came out, so she avoided any on-set drama. But the incident still tarnished her wholesome image in the eyes of some fans. Since her Seventh Heaven days, Rossman has acted sporadically in TV movies and small films. She's also pursued a passion for horse riding, competing in show jumping events. Her estimated net worth is around $2 million. While her adult photos did cause a stir, Rossman managed to avoid major scandals or legal troubles that have plagued other child stars. She'll likely always be remembered as the adorable, quick-witted Ruthie Camden. Jeremy London joined Seventh Heaven later in its run as Chandler Hampton.
I hate to be the one to point this out, but technically it's not their house.
A young minister who assists Reverend Camden, but it was London's off-screen drama that really raised eyebrows. In 2010, London claimed he was kidnapped at gunpoint in Palm Springs and forced to use drugs and alcohol. According to his story, he was changing a tire when a group of men offered to help, then held him captive for 12 hours while making him take ecstasy and smoke crack cocaine.
Oh, so that is what happened. I mean, it's not like you were involved in drugs or anything. You were legitimately kidnapped and forced to smoke crack?
I had a flat tire, and the guys that helped me fix my flat tire ultimately are the ones, one of the guys who wound up robbing me. So
crazy.
I was on a main street in Palm Springs. A cop saw us there, and as an eyewitness, that puts me right where I said I was, right when I said I was there. And the guy that they have in jail has confessed.
The bizarre tale was met with skepticism, especially when London's own family publicly doubted his version of events. His twin brother Jason told reporters that Jeremy was struggling with substance abuse issues and needed help.
Well, I went in to not relapse. I had a problem with painkillers in 2009, and I had gone to rehab in September of 2009, and then I was offered to do the celebrity rehab thing after some traumatic stuff happened to me, and I agreed to do it because I knew that Dr. Drew could help me with some post-traumatic stress stuff.
Police did arrest the suspect in the alleged kidnapping, but in a jailhouse interview, the man claimed London had willingly partied with them and brought drugs. The truth of what really happened that night remains murky. Shortly after the incident, London checked into celebrity rehab with Dr. Drew, seemingly confirming his family's concern about his drug use. The whole ordeal cast a cloud over London's post-Seventh Heaven career. London's Seventh Heaven character was meant to be a positive role model, but his real-life troubles painted a much different picture.
I see. So the reason you're in rehab is because you had some issues before that, and that was so traumatic you didn't want to turn to the drugs again.
Exactly right.
I see. And so how did I know the scene...
Dr. Drew helped me find rehab initially whenever I went to rehab, and so he was aware of the stuff that I was dealing with, and so he knew that this traumatic event could very, very easily make me relapse.
I see.
They offered to help me out with that. This was very kind of them.
Not all of the cast's on-screen drama was scandalous. Barry Watson, who played eldest son Matt Camden,
nothing to it,
faced a serious health crisis when he was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma in 2002. Watson had to take a leave of absence from Seventh Heaven during the show's 6th and 7th season to undergo chemotherapy.
It was interesting because I remember, being in the doctor's office and they were like, well, you're going to go through chemo, and sometimes, men don't always make it through without, becoming sterile. Do you want to save your sperm? And at the time, it was not even on my radar to even go, oh, okay, yeah, I should do that because I want to have kids. It was sort of more selfishness mode of going, what do I need to do to beat this and get through that? And then if I can get on the other side of that, then I'll start, thinking about those other things about having kids. But before that, I was really sort of, I think scared to maybe have kids because, like I said before, I thought maybe I'd be a bad father.
His character was written off as attending medical school, allowing Watson to focus on his treatment without losing his job. The producers were amazing, Watson later said. They told me my job would be waiting for me when I got better. Thankfully, Watson's cancer went into remission after 6 months of chemo. He was able to return to Seventh Heaven, albeit in a reduced capacity at first, as he regained his strength. Watson's brave battle with cancer earned him respect from fans and castmates alike. It also gave him a new perspective on life.
Especially after coming out of beating cancer, life to me was so precious.
While Watson's health crisis wasn't a scandal, it did force him to take a step back from Hollywood at a pivotal moment in his career. He's continued to act steadily since beating cancer, appearing in shows like Samantha Who.
So you buying this new and improved Sam? You think she's changed?
Yes, I do.
That would be nice.
And Date My Dad.
A dating service? I don't know what you're talking about, officer.
Now cancer-free for nearly 20 years, Watson uses his platform to raise awareness for lymphoma research and support other cancer patients. His net worth is estimated at $1 million. Every actor has a unique story about how they got their big break, but Beverly Mitchell, who played middle daughter Lucy Camden,
I'm a dope.
Oh yeah, why?
To think that I could ever go out for cheerleading.
might have the strangest discovery tale of all. Mitchell was just 4 years old when she caught the eye of a talent agent while throwing a massive temper tantrum in a shopping mall.
Hey there, it's Beverly Mitchell, and you are watching Celebrity Interviews with Jacqueline. So here are some of the questions that you guys have for me. What age did you first start acting? I started acting at the age of 4. I was actually discovered in a mall throwing a temper tantrum. I was hungry, what can I say? I'm a kid that needs to eat.
Most parents would be mortified by such a public meltdown, but in Mitchell's case, it launched her acting career. The precocious preschooler's ability to emote so dramatically impressed the agent, who approached her parents about representation. Mitchell soon began booking commercials and small TV roles before landing Seventh Heaven at age 13.
What was your first acting role? My first acting role was actually an AT&T commercial. I was 4, and I remember I was actually helping my dad work on a bike. I think that was the commercial, and the bike actually fell on me and cut my leg open. It was quite traumatic, but I was a pro, and I got the job done.
Talk about turning lemons into lemonade. Mitchell's embarrassing tantrum set her on the path to stardom. She went on to appear in all 11 seasons of Seventh Heaven, one of only a few cast members to do so. While most of the young cast was eager to join Seventh Heaven, Catherine Hicks, who played matriarch Annie Camden,
whatever happened to service and a simple thank you for shopping here?
Almost passed on the show entirely. When first approached about Seventh Heaven, Hicks was unimpressed with the script and more interested in film work.
I said talk to me, damn it, or else I'm gonna throw you in the fire!
You stupid bitch! You
She reluctantly agreed to do the pilot, not expecting it to last.
We truly felt it was over, so we did say goodbye. And as we prepared to say goodbye, all of a sudden it's what you don't appreciate what you have till it's gone. Then we really thought, oh my God. So when it got renewed, I was personally truly grateful.
Hicks ended up staying for all 11 seasons, becoming a fan favorite as the Camden family rocked. Her performance earned her a Saturn Award nomination. Since Seventh Heaven, Hicks has acted sporadically in TV movies and guest spots.
Think of men like houses and trade upward.
She's been married to special effects artist Kevin Yeager since 1990, and they have one daughter. With an estimated net worth of $3 million, Hicks found unexpected long-term success with a show she initially doubted. She's remembered warmly by fans as one of TV's favorite moms. So, where are they now? In the years since Seventh Heaven ended, the cast has experienced a mix of continued success, personal struggles, and attempts to distance themselves from the show's wholesome image. Jessica Biel has enjoyed the most high-profile career, starring in films like The Illusionist.
Look at me. Do you truly want to leave with me?
Yes, I do.
And Total Recall.
He died before you were 15, but in a car crash. And believe me, you were most definitely not married.
She has an estimated net worth of $250 million. Barry Watson continued acting in shows like Samantha Who.
I'm the photographer you got me this job. What are you doing here?
And Heart of Dixie.
Annabeth, will you go out with me?
He's now married with 3 children and has a net worth around $1 million. Beverly Mitchell also kept acting, appearing in The Secret Life of the American Teenager.
That's really wonderful. Wait, is that true? Changed your life?
She's married with 3 kids and worth an estimated $2.5 million. McKenzie Rossman largely stepped away from acting to focus on equestrian competitions. She has an estimated net worth of $2 million. Catherine Hicks has worked steadily in TV movies and guest spots. Her net worth is around $3 million. David Gallagher, Simon Camden, continued acting sporadically, but has mostly stayed out of the spotlight.
I'm still down here!
His net worth is estimated at $3 million. Stephen Collins' career came to a screeching halt after his abuse admission. He's now divorced and reportedly worth about $3 million. Sadly, the show's K-9 star Happy passed away in 2010 at age 15. The rescue dog appeared in every single episode of Seventh Heaven's 11-year run.
Would you rather have your pow chow taken away or be a dead dog?